Hey, how's it going everyone? I have some additional tips and tricks for you today for Skull and Bones, and I hope you find some of these helpful. It's a short video, but we're going to speed right through some of the ways to be more efficient in your game sessions and maybe things you've missed along the way. If you're like me, you may have ignored many of the anchored boats with smoke offering a contract. Many of them offer escort type contracts, but there are actually some that offer a simple turn-in for a good amount of silver. As you can see here, they just needed one repair kit for a reward of 2,500 silver and only took a matter of seconds to turn in. For a while, I used to go into the main outpost like St. Anne and run all the way back to the Helm Den, but there's actually a keybind you can press that sits right under the anchor icon, and that will take you straight to the den without having to run there, saving you some time. When you're sailing, you can get some small boosts of speed by tapping into the sides of islands or land without crashing into them. You'll need to keep a fairly forward-facing angle, but you can chain these boosts of speed through rivers especially to cut down on some of your sail time. For this next tip, I'm not sure if there's an equivalent for this on PlayStation, but if you're playing on PC through Ubisoft Connect, you can pull up the Ubisoft Connect launcher and click on the Skull and Bones game. You'll notice there's a challenge tab listed, and when you click on this, you can claim various in-game rewards for completing challenges. Most of them are very simple and happen naturally during your gameplay. Next up, using the water flask or water barrels get overlooked, but these are quite helpful when trying to outrun enemy ships and players. They increase your ship's speed for a few seconds and are on their own cooldown, separate from food and repairs. This can be particularly helpful in the PvP events when chasing others or trying to get away. And if you're interested in the PvP event rewards but don't want to invest too much time into waiting or battling out with other players, you can still join the match and pull up the quest info to see a list of players who joined. Sometimes you can snag easy loot if you notice that no one actually joins up when it starts, and you can head over there to pick it up. When you reach the Kingpin Infamy level and you start manufacturing goods at various territories, you need to go collect your pieces of 8. I'd recommend running in the Brig as its top speed is quite fast and allows you to safely outrun enemies or avoid some of the hassles that may slow you down. You may already know this by now, but if you haven't fought the ghost ship yet, you'll need to break the weak points at the front of the boat in order to damage the ship, so make sure to prioritize breaking those first before unloading your arsenal. I found that the demi-cannon weapon types explode the sealed pieces of floating loot very easily, and I usually turn to that side and break them all open in one go. Occasionally you might have to shoot twice, but most of the time it just takes one single shot. And if you haven't noticed, some objects like rocks will block incoming fire, and occasionally you can use these as a way to protect you while you repair or allow you to fire back without being hit. When doing supply runs or any of these supply network contracts, check to see which contracts you can stack in one location, as this really boosts your efficiency and cuts down on a great deal of time, allowing you to turn multiple contracts all in at once. That does it for another round of tips and tricks for Skull and Bones. My name's Atlantis, and if you enjoyed the video, I cover games, guides, tips, and more, so don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Wish you all the best, and see you in the next one.